Stays crunchy. Stays crunchy. And milk.
As always, I have to wait until there we go. Ooh, sorry, y'all. That was Snowbike Mike's who's live on Twitch. I was checking to make sure we were live on Twitch. Appears we are, so it's all good. Have you heard they're remaking Halo Combat Evolved to come out next year for the anniversary of its initial release, and that it's going to be on PlayStation as well?
Yeah, there's no loyalty anymore in things.
There's no loyalty when it comes to Microsoft. I'm telling you right now, you'll never see Mario again before you see Mario on somebody else's console. Nintendo don't play. it's the one of those companies that's like, nah, son, you ain't getting this bitch on the PC. You gonna get it on the console I sell to you or nothing. But I find that so it's like it is definitely like when Sonic showed up on Nintendo hardware. It is like one of those earth-shaking events where you're like, man, another one down, man. And I really banged with Xbox and have since the first Xbox. So I'm not like some people on Xbox is mad about it. Like, well, you're just fucking us and we're not, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to be loyal anymore. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. Games cost a lot of money nowadays, bro.
Dude, this is like a couple that was in a committed marriage. And now one of the parties wants to become poly, and it's just
hey, it's they giving you plenty of fair warning, and then like you got to get right. Are you not gonna get right? You're not gonna buy my hardware. All right, if you're not gonna get right and buy my hardware, I have to go be seeing somebody else. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? They cost too much to make these games. If you ain't gonna be over here, these hoes over here definitely gonna buy. And guess what? The best-selling game on PlayStation this year is a Microsoft game, Forza Horizon. So it's just like, sorry, bitches, I gotta get the bread where the bread is at.
I have to wonder though how many like people that were just like exclusive PlayStation owners didn't have like both consoles are actually going to give a shit that Halo now is available to be on PlayStation.
Apparently, a lot. It's been interesting to watch these items go. So, PlayStation has done the same thing with a couple of games. So the last few years, MLB The Show has been coming out on Xbox, and it does well. So it's the baseball game, but also what is it called? Hell something or other is a real popular shooter on PlayStation, and they finally, after a year, basically was like, let me put it on Xbox. See if we can get some bread from over there. And it has done okay on this side of the business. But those Microsoft games be selling like gangbusters on PlayStation because there's a lot of people who just are old school console war. I only got the one type people. And that's a life I don't want to live no more ever again. Now, here's the deal. From the rumor mill that they're saying about the next Xbox, it might price me out the game on the Xbox side of the business, which sucks. But that's what they talking about. They like, this is going to be bespoke hardware for the enthusiasts, hobby grade, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, ooh, no bueno. I cannot play like that if you're telling me all that. I'm at this point, I don't know, man. We'll see what's what, but and in the realm of tariffs and all this other stuff, I don't know. Like I said, everybody's hardware, with the exception of the Switch, which is currently Switch 2, the Switch 1 price did go up. Xbox price went up. Like Xbox Series X, the Series X that is currently right here on my desk, now costs, I think, maybe like $150 more than what I paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Same for the PlayStation and so forth, because tariff showed up and they have to start selling it for more because these are businesses and they want to make money off of what they're selling. And that's crazy. That never happens. As consoles age, they go down in price, and then more people get in and can buy them. Dishwasher. I'm like, what is this noise in my ear? It's my dishwasher. So, so to see this take the opposite direction and not go up a little bit, go up by $50 here, $50 here, $50 here, and I was like, this is crazy. And yeah, it's been a wild thing to watch, but here we are, man. This is what happens when this is what happens when this is what you vote for. So, but it's games, y'all. It's what it is my hobby, and I love it. But it's like we've been so disappointed. In fact, they released a handheld Xbox. It's not really a handheld Xbox; it's a handheld PC with an Xbox theming to it, for $1,000 for the high end one, and like $600 for the low end one. So it's neither are cheap. It's just like that's bonkers to me. And but like I said, I just found it fascinating. All of a sudden, like, you know, Master Chief, although he's technically been on PlayStation for a while now because he's in Fortnite, but to have the Master Chief to be able to play Combat Evolved on PlayStation hardware is going to be an interesting thing. But they're remaking it in Unreal Engine 5. The video they released like last week doesn't look bad. I mean, I'm like, okay, I can see what we're doing here. They're supposed to be trying to, you know, the library in Halo 1 was always kind of just a lot of the same room for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what they're going to do to tweak that, but hopefully there's going to be some tweaks to that. So we'll see how they do that particular realm. And the Flood is supposed to have real good body morph damage. So, you know, slicing off parts and pieces of the Flood. So I'm like, okay, that could be a good time. God, I hate the Flood. It's like I know it's so important to the first 3 Halo games, but it also just, I never enjoyed that part of the game. I was always down with fighting the Covenant and brutes and shit.
Because it turned into like a Silent Hill game at that point.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I played the shit out of Halo back in the day, but like to the point where I could beat the last level on like the legendary or whatever, like the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
But like still, like I didn't like the jump scares with the Flood and all that shit.
Yeah. Like that's not what I came here for. I came for some science fiction type bullshit where I'm fighting these aliens and having a good time. Don't be doing some extra shit. But of course, that's what happens, y'all. But I don't know. I was a bit taken aback by it, but I am excited for it. It's crazy that Xbox will be celebrating. God, was it? That was 2001? No, 2000. No, when did that first Xbox come out? It was 2001, right? Yeah, because the GameCube,
2002, something like that.
Yeah, the GameCube and Xbox came out like within like a week of each other in 2001, and so that is so he'll be the Chief will be 25 years old next year, and Xbox as a brand will be 25 years old next year. So that's kind of kick ass. But woof, bruh. It's also kind of a pricey little situation there. So I cannot call it. But in the realm of not so great news, but also just respect due. My Aunt Eloise passed away last week. She had gotten ill around my birthday, and they figured it out and diagnosed it with a relatively aggressive cancer, and it was here, and she was gone. I just hung out with my Aunt Eloise at the family reunion in June, and she was full of life and health and you know, pith and vinegar, as they say, and it that's how quick it can go for people, man. She's I believe 81 years old, and maybe a little older than that. Let's do the math. Hold on. I'm about to do the math for y'all right quick. 225 minus. Yeah, 81. I was right. Check me out. But she was my cool aunt because she moved away to California, you know what I'm saying? And we all like living in Tennessee at that point in time. And though Memphis was a lovely city, it's just, we kind of lived in the country part of Memphis. And so it just seemed kind of neat that I had an aunt who lived in far off San Diego. And I remember when she came back home, it was really a big deal. She's like, all right, I'm about to be back home to help as her parents age and so forth and take care of them. And she was married to a cool dude. I cannot remember his name because he passed away as well a couple of years back. I know that's not a reason to have forgotten his name, but trust me, man. I'm old myself at this point, and so But it
Yeah, I've noticed as has gone on, sometimes my ability to dredge a name up is getting worse and worse. And it's like when you're aware of that, you're like, fuck.
Yeah. There was some, what was it? Cracker in Spanish the other day. The word cracker is galleta. And for whatever reason, that shit popped in my brain, but I can't tell you my old uncle's name, who was married to my aunt, who passed away. It's so stupid. The brain is such a wild card when it comes to things like that. She was a dope lady, man, and she will certainly be missed. She was the eldest living of the siblings. Now, I think that mantle passes down to my aunt BJ right, as of this point. I'll have to check my mom on that one. But I'm not sad. 81 years is a good, solid, long-lived life. She got to go explore, you know what I'm saying, and see this nation and so forth. And I think that's pretty dope as well. So respect due. May she rest easy and shout out to her. We dedicate this one to her. So word up, Aunt Eloise. You were something special, lady. I'm a rap to you. These raps have nothing to do with my Aunt Eloise. And so take nothing from them. And then we're gonna get started. Clear my throat here. I should have did like a No Limit rap, but I don't really like No Limit like that. But they just won the verses the other day, is what people were saying. But it's not really for your mans. It's Task Force Tuesday. The Knox is in the black car. I got 500 packs in my backyard. Clear 12s that look like stuffed shells. I'm cutting niggas' throats on the sales while they puff L's. Don't leave nothing unbagged. Shave everything. I learned from the OGs to save everything. They come by one more time, they gonna hop out. They too deep and one is a bitch. She get knocked out. Then I can't get rid of this pack. But I just copped this pretty chrome thing, so I'm dipping with that. Downshifting on them like I got gears on me. Beside that, I got about 5 years on me. Scared to death, running like I got bears on me. My Tim start feeling like they Nike Airs on me. It's hard for me to slow down. It's like I'm on a throughway. My belt's in the crib on the floor by my two-way. And now I'm trying to hold my hammer up and my pants too. If they don't kill me, they gonna give me a number I can't do. Rather it be the streets than jail where I die at. And I'm asthmatic, so I'm looking for somewhere to hide at. But they too close and I got this new toast. Imagine if I would have let off a shot or two. You know what I gotta do. And if you don't know, he has to run. There's more to it than that, but worry not. Hey, welcome to it. Stay Crunchy Milk. It's episode 587. And yeah, these emails are secure. I'm your host, Interstate 713, joined by the other host, Lunchbox 2099, the good word, kind sir.
May a spooky Halloween be for you all.
And for you and yours, because if you're watching this live, tomorrow is All Hallows Eve. Get down with the get down. I hope you get a candy bar too, or a popcorn ball or something. Popcorn balls kind of whack to be given in your sack of treats.
I was never a fan of the popcorn ball.
Yeah.
And I hadn't thought about that in years before you just said that.
Every now and again they show up and he'd be like, well, first of all, you might have made this. And everybody says we can't eat treats people made because they might be poisoned or full of drugs. Because for some reason we believe people are going to give away their drugs. To me, it was just like eating a fucking granola bar. Like the Nature's Valley ones that as soon as you take a bite, they crumble apart. Yeah, that's what a popcorn ball was to me. It was like one bite and it's just like someone dropping a Lego set. Just like I got a lap full of sweet ass popcorn that could cause bugs because it's gonna be all over the place and sticking to my costume. Just no.
Yeah, it's like who's really sitting around eating a fucking popcorn ball like it's an apple?
It feels like an old timey snack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody,
yeah, like it was like this was the best we had.
Yeah, that's definitely what that situation is. And respect due if you enjoy popcorn balls. In fact, please tell me if you enjoy popcorn balls. I'd love to know that. That'd be crazy. But not for me. Not for me. You know what some people don't fuck with that I love? Your little peanut butter taffies in the black and red or black and orange paper, little wax paper joints.
Yeah, I think those are good.
Cause they're good, but some people hate on them shits, man. That and candy corn, all these are the candies that get a bad rep. I'm telling you right now, candy corn is fire. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. But shut the fuck up, because I like it. I like it. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's black licorice.
Ugh. I don't mind a little bit of a black jelly bean. I'll eat a black jelly bean because it's just not so intense and weirdly flavored. Black licorice it does nothing for me. A Good and Plenty has black licorice in it. That's my old ass candy right there. I took you back on that one.
Never been a Good and Plenty guy.
But if you just a little nibble on a Good and Plenty, it's got just enough sweet on the outside to kind of overthrow the gross that is black licorice that's inside of it. So,
see, this is what my struggle was today because I ordered candy from Sam's Club that I got to go pick up tomorrow so that I can give it out to trick-or-treaters tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they had like the bag of like Hershey's chocolate bars situations.
Yeah, the Mr. Good bars, the almond ones, the not almond ones.
Yeah,
the crackle that you never see anywhere else but Halloween.
They have them at the gas station, but I hear you.
A whole crackle?
Yeah.
Nigga, you see a crackle, you get that for me, okay? I'd love to see what a whole crackle is doing.
And then then they had the bags of like the normal candy, like the hard candy and shit. And I went with chocolate because I'm like, I am a chocolate guy, and if there's anything left, I'm not going to be sitting around my house eating Good and Plenties or Sweet Tarts or whatever. Like, if there's going to be leftover Halloween candy, it's going to be Hershey bars and fucking Nestle Crunches or some shit like that, you know?
Suck it on what is that shit called? A sour Zotz? Remember those shits?
Oh, yeah, fuck that.
Little, like the baking soda in the middle, it'd be like a fizzy situation.
Yeah, it was like an extra like $2 for the chocolate ones, and for my own sanity, I paid the premium.
Yeah, that's
now
good.
My question to myself was, how much do I buy? Because it was like 155 pieces in one like bag for like $23.
Okay,
and I was like, I don't know how many trick-or-treaters I'm gonna get, so I'm like, fuck it, and I bought 2 bags. So tomorrow I gotta pick up 310 pieces of chocolate.
What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow evening?
I don't even know.
I'm about to pull it up on my screen
because it's been raining here since last night.
It just says cloudy currently.
Yeah, high of 53 tomorrow. So like, I don't know if I get trick-or-treaters, you know, at least I'll be prepared.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Last year we got trick-or-treaters, but last year was also warmer. Like, this is gonna be a bad winter. I like a hard winter. Like, I can tell already. Like, yeah. I walked outside the other day and I could see my breath already, and we were like 2/3 of the way through October. This winter is gonna be brutal.
It's been a while since we had a bad winter, so it's about that time. And so here we are. It's about that time, y'all. It's about time to. That's also a thing. I'm like, I have nowhere to go. I don't got to take my kid to school. Groceries get delivered at this point in time. We don't go grocery shopping. The groceries come to us. So I'm like, I'll be fine this winter, pretty much, you know. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I think I'll be all right. What is your? I mean, just in general, what is your like when you was out there trick or treating in these streets? You got home and you separated your candy. What was the one you was like, fuck yeah, I got that one?
Back then it was Milky Way.
Okay. Respect it.
Yeah, I always liked the Milky Ways and the Snickers and the Nestle Crunches and the Baby Ruths, stuff like that. Like, I was always the like fun size chocolate bar guy. Yeah. Everything else, I really didn't give a shit about. If my family wanted the sweet tarts and the whatevers, like the Good and Plenty boxes and all that shit, they could have it. I didn't give a fuck about any of that stuff.
Fair. I love dots, even to this day.
Funny enough, though, too, as a kid, I also got kind of excited with the houses that gave out pennies. But that's because I was a kid who didn't have an income. So, like, just getting a little stack of change was nice to have around.
You know, wild one for that one, because that's one of my houses. You was like, this was up. This was up.
I mean, with inflation now, yeah, like I'd be like, what the fuck, man? You couldn't even at least give me a quarter. But back then, like getting like 5 pennies and a dime or something, I was like, shit, yeah, let's more of these, please.
Man, if I could, give $1 away to every, you know what I'm saying? But that just feel like you're gonna get robbed at some point. Somebody might show up at your house. That house giving dollars away. Oh, word, let me go slide over there. So maybe
yes, like I told you, I spent like after tax, they'd be like, we'll call it $45 on candy. I'm picking up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Would I have been better off just getting 45 singles out and just giving each kid $1? Because it's like, how many kids are realistically going to show up tomorrow? Like, I probably just bought a bunch of extra chocolate to have around my house that I shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's going to be a wild one.
Either that or I'm going to be giving out handfuls.
Which is always a delight. It's always cool to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I got you. Bam. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, he came through with the grab. And Box ain't got no small mitt, y'all. So a handful from Box is a treat for you and yours, ladies. And
well,
so,
yeah, if I see like some moms on the sidewalk without a husband with them, that kid might get like half of a cauldron.
Hey, come here, sugar tits.
hey now.
Let me slide you a couple of these Snickers. You know you need them.
I could have that AI Big Booty Latina song playing like earshot.
The fruity Tootsie Rolls I bang with. Them shits is kind of dope.
I don't think I've ever had that.
See the orange, the red, the green Tootsie Rolls?
I know what they are, but I don't think I've ever had it.
Oh, they're so much fun. And because you can go mix them. You get in there, you're like, oh, it's a vanilla one. I'm like, okay, mix it with the chocolate. Oh, that's kind of fun. Mix it with the orange, get a little creamsicle situation popping. It's a delight. Those are fun to play around with. So I kind of mess with those. I don't think I ever enjoy getting gum, because some people give out packs of gum or whatever. I'm like, nah, this is not that kind of holiday. Gum is effort that we don't need to be working on when it comes to treats. You keep that for baseball season when the kids is out there playing Little League, you know what I'm saying, trying to pretend they're a big man with spitting on the field and stuff. That's what that's for. So, yeah, chocolate is the way. I've always been a Reese's man. And I've been trying to be better about pronouncing Reese's like you're supposed to, because it's actually, somebody's name as opposed to saying Reese like I've been saying all my entire life. But that's me trying to grow as a person and pronounce this gentleman's name or lady. I don't know who Reese's was, but still, Reese Pieces still sound right to me, though. I need you to know. I understand it's Reese's Pieces, but fuck out of here, Reese Pieces. Gonna call them that still. So,
that's fucking disrespectful, and you know it.
It's only on that one. Everything else, I'm going to try to refer to them as Reese's Cups and Reese's Peanut Butter and so forth, because I'm going to try to put some respect to this person's name. The one I'm not is going to be the one that's been Reese Pieces to me since E.T. Reese Pieces, my nigga. Deal with it. But you know what it is, you know what I'm saying? We give you a little news story. It's going to be about weed this week, because most of the time it'd be about weed. Because I'm always interested in the way weed works in the state currently. And it's always somebody coming for weed's neck in the Ohio Senate or House. And they tried again today, and the whole Senate voted no on that bitch. So it's like, okay. So that's
they just opened a medical one by my house.
Nice. Is your city? I thought your city was one of the ones that was banning that shit. It was like, nah, you can't have none of these shits over here.
I don't know. I mean,
maybe they got past it.
It's there and it's open. I've seen people going in it.
Yeah, Middleburg is like one of the places they're like, no, we would never had no dispensaries here. And I'm like, y'all gotta chill, bro. Just let us get our because y'all full of liquor stores, but we can't just get a little, you know what I'm saying, get a little stank. Plus now they sell. We talked about that recently. We got pre-rolls in the great state of Ohio, and Michigan just raised their tax rate up to 24% on their weed. So you might as well just stay home.
I was just in Michigan this past Saturday.
Nice. On a mission or on some old just kicking shit?
I was there to play Magic the Gathering.
Very good. We'll get there. Where is my little news story? Let me pull that up right quick so I can share it with you, the listener. This one I thought was interesting because Vanessa is one of these people. Ohio's medical marijuana program saw a 43% decline in active patients from May 24 to July 2025. Much lower prices in Michigan are one source of frustrations for Ohioans, researchers say. So Megan hearing on the byline from the Ohio Capitol Journal. People reported reduced satisfaction with Ohio's medical marijuana programs since recreational marijuana sales started, according to a new Ohio State University Drug Enforcement and Policy Survey. Slightly more than half the people surveyed, 56%, reported being either extremely satisfied or somewhat satisfied with the Ohio Medical Marijuana Control Program, OMMCP, a drop compared to 74% on last year's survey. Most people have also reported some level of dissatisfaction on this year's survey, 30% in 2025 compared to 20% in 2024. I think the drop in satisfaction was a little more than I expected, said Janet Reardonova. This is how it's spelled. So I'm gonna give it to you, Box. See if you think you can pronounce this. HRDINOVA. HRDINOVA. So Nova, of course, but how do you pronounce HRD? You heard? Anyway, I don't know, man. Jana Erdonova. We're gonna go with Erdonova, Administrative Director of the Drug Enforcement and Policy Center. I expect a little bit of a drop, but going from 74 to 50%, 56, that's a pretty big drop. The Drug Enforcement and Policy Center has been surveying medical marijuana patients every year since sales started in 2019. And the latest report is the first year when the Ohio medical and recreational programs have coexisted. More than 4,000 marijuana users were surveyed. Only medical marijuana sales started Ohio medical marijuana sales started January 14, 2019 and totaled $2.23 billion with 331,341 pounds sold as of September 13th, according to the Ohio Department of Commerce Division of Cannabis Control. Ohioans passed a citizen-initiated law to legalize recreational marijuana in 2023 with 57% of the vote, and sales started in August 2024. Ohio legal marijuana sales topped 702.5 million in the first year. The state's medical marijuana program saw a 43% decline in active patients from May to July, going from 165,746 active patients in May 2024 down to 94,294 active patients in July 2025, according to the survey. The program had 184,958 patients at its peak in October of 2023. More than half of those surveyed said they were extremely likely to continue to register as medical marijuana patients, and 60% reportedly being somewhat likely, according to the survey. It's hard to know what will this mean for the future of Ohioans' medical marijuana programs, but Denova expects there will be a further drop in patients before the number of patients in the program eventually stabilizes. For the medical patients, they do not want to necessarily see themselves as recreational patients or recreational users, he said. I think there is a perception of a cultural difference in those two programs. So I think some patients will continue to register with the program regardless. The average monthly price of plant products rose to $7.42 per gram during fiscal year 2025 compared to $6.16 per gram in fiscal year 2024, according to the survey. Michigan's average price of flower in recreational dispensaries was $2.52 per gram, $2.52, y'all. Unfortunately, I think we are always going to be compared to Michigan, Irnanova said. But at the end of the day, the fact is, if you drive to Michigan, you pay way less than you pay in Ohio dispensaries, and that's just frustrating for people who cannot make a trip on a regular basis. More than 3/4 of those surveyed, 79%, said that using marijuana has reduced their need for prescription painkillers, and 26% said using marijuana helped them reduce their use of illegal drugs, according to the report. There seems to be some public and private benefit for some people when it comes to replacing other substances with marijuana, which might be less harmful than the other substances, Irdanova said. The Drug Enforcement and Policy Center laid out 3 policy priorities: regulating intoxicating hemp products, collecting data and funding Ohio-specific research, and providing education to the public. There are a handful of bills in the Ohio legislation that are trying to regulate intoxicating hemp products in various ways. The Drug Enforcement and Policy Center recommends having a 21-year-old age requirement to buy intoxicating hemp products, have specific safety and production standards on intoxicating hemp products, and not market those products to children, among other recommendations. So, get your chronic. Vanessa is a medical patient. if you're a long-term listener, you know my partner has rheumatoid arthritis, and so she is a medical patient. And what's nice about that is I can act as her caregiver. So when she needs something picked up and can't go do it herself because she might be having a bad day, I can go to a dispensary and pick up her order. Go in. I have to show them my ID and I have to show them my caregiver card. I actually have a card that says I am her caregiver. And what's dope about it, especially on a day like if you go on like a payday or when it's really popping in the old dispensary, I get to cut the line. Medical patients are seen first, and they always show love. And they're always like, "Hey, come on over here, medical patient. You're special." And I like that. So I take advantage and go get to jump the line, and I get to park in a better location because medical parking has a different space. Get down, y'all. Just got I dropped it. Just got these. There's another pack of pre-rolls. This is the Botanist. This is an indica, and it's another nifty case. It kind of has a child lock basically on it, but so you kind of got to wrestle that bitch open a little bit. I want to show y'all what these look like because again, if nothing else, I can tell you. And in fact, I was talking to the lady at the dispensary the other day about this. Ohio has really quality cannabis product, and I understand Michigan is cheap, and so you basically like I'll just eat a lot and get high. But our product is is really high quality stuff. I cannot get this case open to show you. I wanted to try to. There it goes. I'm like, why are you not trying to open? But it's nice. It's nifty. Little case. I dig it.
Yeah, it looks like a sewing set.
It does. Once again, it's loud as shit. These cases need to be a little bit sealed a little bit better because that like the funk of trees is strong over here. And I know you're like, T-Man, both those cases are full. That's because I don't smoke that often. When it calls upon me to puff a little something, I will. But in most situations, it's not. It doesn't happen that regular. I am not that often an imbiber. But I like having the option. I like it being possible. I don't drink it often. My fridge got all kinds of drinks in it. It's there for when it's called upon, and it just hadn't been called upon recently. So that's just what it is. But that was your news for the week. I hand the reins of this show over to its co-founder. Let me click on his little video package. It is time for a little story time with Lunchbox.
It's like the Wonder Years where like you got me like playing in the front yard by a white picket fence, and then like me looking lovingly into like my crush's eyes as I kiss for the first time, and then all of a sudden I'm getting on a boat to war.
I thought it would involve books in some way, story time, but damn.
Yeah, I mean, I guess reading Rainbow works too.
Forgive me, apparently we're one of the rattiest cities in America and are considering the need for a rat czar in Cleveland. And I'm just like, I cannot believe that.
Like the rat king from Teenage Ninja Turtles.
I guess maybe in that direction, but the other way, so he wants somebody against those guys, not trying to hang out with them and use them to attack, mutant turtles amongst other things. All right, sir, it's your show. It was already your show, but now it's your part of the show to make it really yours. What's been popping with you? What do you care to share with the listeners this week? Besides this magic trip.
What were you gonna say?
In my mind, I was like a magic trip, and it's like if they were doing magic while playing magic, that could be a good time to be had. But that's just me.
I'm not a big magic guy necessarily.
Close-up magic makes me chuckle every time. If somebody does make a little something disappear in their hand, and you're like, "That's amazing. Where did it go?" So
Yeah, well, I can assure you I was not doing that kind of stuff.
This box starts doing close-up magic. Y'all know what it is.
Yes. Magic Well, isn't that what the dude John C. Reilly wanted to be in Talladega Nights? Like the Magic Man.
Close-up magic, that's crazy.
It's like, now you see me, now you don't. Well, so I went up to Michigan. I don't remember the suburb we were in. I'd have to look it up, but it ain't that big of a deal.
What city were you around?
That's the thing. Like, I GPSed it to the shop. So
no, I meant what big city, and then we can just narrow it down to the.
I mean, it was close to Detroit.
Yeah.
I can tell you where I went.
Very good.
I was in Garden City.
A mini package I get comes from Garden City, Michigan. That's funny. They must have a decent size post office or whatever, or a FedEx type situation comes from there.
Well, this place, I guess, used to be down the street back in the day. And I went there for like a couple Pro Tour qualifiers back in like the earlier 2000s. And so I don't know if I've talked about it on the show, but like I kind of don't like New Age Magic the Gathering. Like, all these crossover sets. Like, I'm not a fan. And so I've gotten interested in this vintage kind of format called pre-modern, which is from like 94 to like 2004 or 2005, something like that. Like, that's kind of like the time frame of cards that are legal to play with.
Yeah.
And I've been slowly putting together some decks, and I went and played in a tournament in Akron, Ohio a couple weeks back, and I didn't do too well there, but it was fine. Like, I never had played the deck really before I showed up for the tournament. I just built it. So I learned some stuff from that. But then like we went to this tournament up in Michigan because one of the YouTube channels that I've been watching that like kind of like got me interested in playing this format.
Yeah.
The guy helps run the tournaments for this format at that shop. And so he'd been talking about like where their shop was at and everything. And I'm like, oh, it's like 2.5 hour drive. It's mostly just highway. So I was like planning on going up there. Just they do it like, I guess, like every other Saturday when they do like, they call them like seasons or whatever. So they're not every other Saturday for perpetuity. Yeah. They do kind of like a store championship where they do like a points bracket and stuff. So the more you play, the more points you can get. And, you know, eventually they have like a championship like week where people play to win the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be involved in that. Like, I can't go every other week. Like, I got shit going on. So,
people.
Well, yeah, and you know, things like other things planning on it, whatever. So it's like I know going into it that I was just going up there basically to play on like one Saturday, not to be able to go play in all of them.
Yeah.
So, you know, my guys that went with me to Atlanta, they went with me up to Michigan, and my plan was to play in the tournament and then go eat Buddy's pizza.
A solid plan all around.
Yeah. I will, foreshadowing, this was the worst Buddies I'd ever had, but
did you go to our Buddies?
No, I went to one that was like a couple miles from where the shop was at.
Okay.
Yeah, I had not been to this Buddy's location, and it wasn't as good.
Would not be returning to that Buddy's location either.
Yeah. I felt like this Buddy's undercooked the pizza a bit. And then I think it also kind of sat before they brought it because it came out like, you know, like Buddy's pizza when it comes fresh, it's like you can't bite it for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
This didn't have that same fervor. Like, I was able to pick it up by hand and eat that shit within like 2 minutes of me getting it. And so like, yeah, I was disappointed. And it was one of those situations too where you talk up something to somebody who's never had it, like, oh my God, this place is amazing. I love this pizza. It's my favorite pizza, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. And then you get it and you're like, I'm so sorry that I hyped this up because this ain't what I was expecting. Like, it's usually better than this, you know? It's like talking up your buddy out for like a blind date and then they act a fool and you're like, I'm sorry. He doesn't usually act like this. He's usually well behaved, you know?
Shit.
But anyway, back to the Magic tournament. So the guy whose YouTube channel I watch, he was there, like, and he has like his friends that play with him on the channel.
Mhm.
And so I recognized a couple of them in the participants.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel a little bit like, not necessarily starstruck, but like, oh shit, I see this guy on my TV. That's kind of dope, you know?
Well, see, it's funny you say that because the people I was with are like, they know I watch the channel all the time.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God. They're like, are you going to go talk to him? Are you going to tell him how big of a fan you are? And I'm like, one, no. Two, I'm like, I'm not, it's not like that. That shit's weird. And it's not like I'm over here fanboying over some dude. Like, I just watch his channel because it has good information.
Okay.
I'm not over here like I'm some fucking Magic stan. Like, you know, I'm like, if I end up in a situation where I talk to the guy, I'll talk to him, but I'm not gonna be over here like fucking glazing him. So, like, I think we had enough people where it was a 4-round tournament. I think I want to say we had 16 people.
Okay.
And so like I played a deck that I kind of played back in the day, but like I got some practice reps with it the night before because the one guy, he came and crashed at my house the night before because we had to leave early, and he lives like 40 minutes away from me.
Okay.
And it was just easier for him to come over after work on Friday and just crash on my couch so that we could all get up and leave Saturday morning. So when he came over Friday night, he and I, like, we ordered like Chinese, and we just played like some practice games for like 3 hours while I had like the Cavs game on the TV and stuff next to us. So I got to get a little warm up, we'll call it. So I wasn't going into the tournament just, you know, like coming in like off the bench, like you know, cold or whatever, which helped. But the deck I was playing was kind of like a control deck that was kind of slow. They didn't win fast. So the pairings for round one go up. And I should probably mention the guy whose YouTube channel I watch.
Yeah.
He records his matches in these tournaments.
Okay.
So like his usual videos are him in his like house, or well, the house he stays at, because I guess I've gleaned from his channel that one of his friends, this bald guy that plays there, is actually the guy who owns the house, and he stays in the guy's house. Similar to my situation where I'm the landlord and I have people here.
All right, there we go. I'm back.
Yeah, I told the viewing audience that I thought it was funny that you turned your camera off, but you didn't mute your mic.
Oh, they can hear me, but I didn't want them seeing like that was all jacked up and missing and so forth.
What, you just sitting there in like your underwear or something?
No, actually. Oh yeah. You definitely would have saw what I'm wearing, and you don't need to see me in the gray sweats. You don't need to see me in my lingerie.
Oh man, that would get our listeners up and our viewers. Get that print going. But so anyway, back to what I was saying. The YouTube channel that guy puts up, a lot of his content is actually him from Twitch. Like it's like his Twitch VODs almost.
Yeah.
Because like he'll have like his buddies come over and they'll do like a playtest series with different decks and stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll stream it on Twitch, and then he'll cut up the videos and put them up on YouTube. But with these like championship series or whatever the fuck they call it, I forget. He actually has like a permanent seat that he sits at the tournament site, and he has a camera set up so that he can record the gameplay, and then he does commentary over it later, and he puts it up on his YouTube channel. So the pairings for round one go up, and as fate would have it, I get paired up against this dude in round one. So I immediately go play this dude at the feature match area, and so we're chatting a little bit. Yeah, I told him that like I got back into like the Magic like last year or whatever. I didn't go into details about my Magic career because I don't like doing that shit necessarily unless people kind of like ask about like how I used to play. But like I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I made a pro tour and like because I'm like I made one pro tour and I didn't day two, so it's like it to me it was an accomplishment. I'm proud of it, but I don't like to like bring it up in casual conversation. So I didn't approach my Magic career from the past. I just talked about like things kind of vaguely, and then I talked more about how I got back into it last year.
Yeah.
But I did tell him that his channel was one of the reasons why I've gotten interested in this format, in addition to the fact that a lot of the decks that are played in this format were decks that were kind of like the decks back when I was first playing back in the early 2000s. So like it piqued my interest. It's just like my youth. So we start playing, and within like 45 seconds, we each know what the other one is playing. We were actually playing the exact same deck. Literally like the same deck, except like there was probably like a couple card difference here or there, but essentially it was the exact same fucking deck. So I don't remember exactly who won game 1 or 2, but we ended up having to go to a game 3, and I think I won game 1, he won game 2 is how I think it went. So we go to game 3, and we end up in extra turns because like the round timer ended. Because Magic matches, each round is 50 minutes. And I told you like this deck doesn't win fast.
Yeah.
So we ended up on extra turns. And you have basically when they call time, whoever's turn it is, that's turn 0. And then you alternate for 5 turns. So it's like the next person's turn 1, turn 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
Yeah.
And if there's no winner at the end of like the 5th turn, it's a draw.
Okay.
And so like we ended up in turns, but the way that the game state was at that point, I had him beat. But I didn't have him beat in the 5 turns. However, he conceded to me because he knew I had him beat.
Okay.
So even though we were going to draw, he conceded and took the loss and gave me the win. Because like we knew the exact board state. I basically played a card that took every card out of his deck. So all he had left were lands. So he could only make a 2/2 every other turn. And I had my kill creature on board. So he had no way of dealing with any of it. Like I actually had 2 of them on board. And so it was at a war of attrition at that point. I would have beaten him if the game had continued.
Yeah.
I had him beat. There was literally nothing he could do.
Okay.
So that's why he was being a nice sport and conceded. Now, round 2, I went up against a guy playing a control deck. It was different colors, though. And I beat him game 1. Game 2, I drew terribly. Like, I literally just drew, like, the same land card for, like, 7 turns in a row, and I did nothing.
Yeah.
And then he finally ended up killing me. Like, I just literally I drew terribly that game. If I had drawn anything, like, within, like, a 10-turn time period, I probably would have won. But I just sat there every turn doing nothing, and it is what it is. So then we go to game 3, and I had to play... He had the advantage on me, and so I had to like get back in the game, stabilize the board. Basically, it comes down to where like we ended up in turns, and I had him beat.
Okay.
But unlike the first guy, he won't concede. He just wants to go for the draw. Part of what pissed me off about it was the reason we ran out of time is because we had to do a judge call in game 2 because he drew cards and then you're only allowed to have 7 cards in your hand at the end of the turn. Well, he had like 9 cards in his hand and he didn't discard.
Yeah.
So then he passed it to me. I took my turn and then went back to him and then he cast a spell. And then I'm like, wait a minute, how many cards do you have in your hand?
Yeah.
And so because of that, we had to call a judge over, have him assess the situation, make a determination on how to proceed, which ate up a couple minutes of our clock.
Yeah.
So then the couple minutes I needed to beat him in game 3, I lost because he fucked up game 2.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting a draw when I should have gotten another win.
Yeah.
Then, so at this point, I'm 1 win, 0 losses, 1 draw.
Yeah.
Then round 3, I go up against another guy playing another control deck that's different colors than the other 2.
Yeah.
And we go to fucking turns. I win game 1. He wins game 2. We go to game 3. And I try to play we both try to play fast. But, like, his deck was better suited to playing fast than mine was. But because we were trying to play so fast to get the game in, he was making like suboptimal decisions. He was doing things he wouldn't normally do in a normal game to try and win fast.
Yeah.
And so I was doing things I tried not to lose fast. And so it ended up in a situation where like we ran out of time. We went to turns. We played out all 5 turns. And neither of us could really determine who would eventually win the game because we played the way we did and because of the board state. Yeah. No one was really ahead. So we ended up taking another draw. I took another draw, which means that no matter what I did in round 4, I wouldn't be able to qualify for prize because like it was only people who had like 1 loss or no losses that were going to get prize.
Yeah.
So now I have no losses, but like I need like you can only have like 1 draw because like in this match, I mean in this tournament, 2 draws is like having a loss because you needed the wins to like climb the rankings. So I ended up playing like the first 3 rounds of the tournament, I went to fucking extra time in all 3 rounds. Then round 4, I went up against a guy and I beat him within like 10 minutes because his deck was like a jokey deck that like it was whatever. So I finally like I was kind of wore out at that point because not only did I drive, got up and I drove us there in my car. So I drove the whole way. Then I played 3 straight rounds that all went to extra time each time.
Yeah.
So then I was always the match that was the holdup, and I wasn't even playing slow. It just happened that I was playing a control deck against other control decks. Yeah. So no one wins fast. And because I'm playing correctly, I'm not throwing the games away.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm going to game 3 every time and it's taking forever. So the first round went to turns, then the match ended. And then I immediately had to jump into the next one. So it was 3 rounds of I never got a break. I literally went from one match, it finished, then I had to pick up my shit and go to the next table. So I didn't have a minute to like walk around, collect my thoughts, drink some water. I had like 3 straight hours of just fucking back to back to back. So by the time I got to the 4th one and I beat him within like 10 minutes, I was like, oh, thank God. So like I got up, I walked around the store a little bit.
Stretch your damn legs, get a breath in.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though like I knew like at that point I didn't quite know that I was going to get anything, but I didn't assume that I would either. And then when they announced how they were paying out, I knew that I didn't get anything. Yeah. But it is what it is. But the store was actually really nice. It was really big. Like their play area was huge. They had different tournaments going on. There was like 3 different tournaments going on, and they had plenty of room to like run more. So that was nice. It was clean. It was organized. They had like I felt like it almost like I was in a department store. They had like a handful of people working, and it was like if I just looked at something, someone walked by like, "Oh, you need some help with something?" Just like, "No, I'm just looking. Thank you though." But I bought a couple random cards, and they had clean bathrooms too. That was nice.
Respect.
So I definitely was impressed with the place. But then, like I said, we went to Buddy's Pizza, and the Buddy's Pizza, like I had been looking forward to that, and I wasn't impressed. Like it was cold, it kind of undercooked a little bit. They were busy, but like I've been to Buddy's before and they've been busy, and it delivered. This time it didn't deliver, and so that was kind of disappointing. But I'm not going to turn my back on Buddy's. I'm just going to give them a shame on you for this one, and probably not go back to that specific location.
I'm trying to remember when we go to Buddy's Hideaway, Buddy's Getaway, and it's like
there's just so many that like I know. And I know you texted me the one time and we figured it out, but like even off the top of my head right now, I still don't remember which one it was.
Sarge and Reds. I just gotta look at the one next to Sarge and Reds. Just do and use their address as the address. Let me put directions.
Yeah, I think what I did was I went to like Chat GPT or something like that, and I put like, what is the closest Buddies to Sergeant Reds in Detroit, Michigan, or something like that? Yeah. And then like it spit it out. Yeah. Because like I know like it's in that plaza. It's in the corner of that plaza. Like, 'cause I think we've gone there twice.
Yeah, we have, and actually, I went there I took the kid there recently. And
so I've technically been to 4 Buddies locations because we've gone to that one twice. We technically ate from the downtown one.
Yeah, across from Tiger Stadium. Yeah.
Yeah, I ate at one that was next to my hotel when I went up to Detroit for SummerSlam, and then this one that I just ate at this past Saturday was a different location. So I've been to 4.
Buddy's Rendezvous. Let's try to commit that to memory, listeners. Buddy's Rendezvous is the one you want to go to. It's in Shelby Township, Michigan, and it's you'll notice it's at the corner of this little shopping plaza. It's got like a blue like tile situation on the outside of it. It's very nice. The one time we had a shitty waitress, the manager immediately replaced that waitress with themselves, and they serve us instead. It's kind of great. It's like, did she not bring you no nothing? I go, no. When me and Boxer said no, she did not. I got you. And she took great care of us the rest of our stay there, and that was quite nice. So,
yeah, like we had our waitress was like okay, it seemed. Now, Grant, I don't know whose fault it was that our pizza probably sat up there cold for like a few minutes before it got brought to us. Yeah. Can't call that. But I ordered the antipasta salad. And the kid who brought it, it was like kind of unprofessional the way he acted bringing it to us.
Yeah.
Like he was like yawning and shit. And like, I don't know. I was kind of like, come on, man, you got to pull it together. Like, I know this is just a server job or whatever it is, but like, you can't be like rolling up to the table with people's food, just like yawning all over it and shit.
Yeah. Breathing your COVID ass breath all over my shit. But this is the one you want to go to, people. Okay. Trust your mans on that one. Always good, great staff. They got suckers at the hostess station. She can walk out with a lovely little dum-dum or two.
And if it's still there, there's a little bakery shop like 3 or 4 doors down from there.
It was still there when I was up there earlier this summer, and so yeah, it's also a great. I believe it's Christine's Bakery. If my you know what, it ain't like I can't street view this bitch. I'm sitting on a map right now. Give me a second. So just slide down the little shopping center, and I'll tell you the exact name of that situation. Let me drag. That's a weird. The map started at a weird location. It started literally on this way.
Man, they got Tony Gonzalez looking real young on this Amazon Prime coverage.
It's like this particular street view is not in the parking lot, and so you can't really see. That sucks. It's just it's literally because it's like the shopping center sits way back, and so it's on the street. It truly is. But it's like I need you to drive around this parking lot so I can slide and look closer here. Maybe if I can just zoom in. Yeah, it's Christine. Wow. Again, I can tell you that, but I can't tell you my uncle's last name, who passed away some years ago. That's fucked up. Okay.
I mean, did he make delicious baked goods?
He did not. I don't know that. I don't know that he did. What if he did? And I'm real shitty because that. I'm saying, turns out.
I mean, it'd make him shitty if he made them and never gave you any.
Respect.
I mean, respect to the dead, but I'm just saying.
Don't be keeping no delicious treats to yourself.
Man, so like we didn't record last week, and so I couldn't talk about this, but. And this is bad for people with weight problems, but it has recently been brought to my attention, and I have since been there, that there is a donut shop in Strongsville that is open 24 hours a day, and they're not bad.
What's the name of it?
Donut Scene. It's in the same parking lot as the comic book store that I used to go to back in high school. I went there with my brother. So like my brother's birthday was like the 18th, I believe. It was whatever, not this past Saturday was, but the Saturday before. And I had that Friday off from work because I've been burning up my unused vacation time for the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I took that Friday off, and I was in need of like shoes. Because like my everyday walkers, like my Alpha Bounce or Ultra Boost or whatever the fuck they are, the Adidas I've been wearing them for a couple of years now, and they're kind of wearing out. So we have a Tangier outlet mall down near Columbus, Ohio, and so I wanted to go down there and see like if I could hit the Adidas store and find something pretty decently priced. But I figured because I was going down there anyway, I wanted to go to Wario's, the sub shop down there, because I love that place.
Yeah.
And my brother's off work on Fridays, so he went down there with me. And we went to Wario's. I got their poutine sandwich, which was incredible. Like the poutine sandwich was a specialty sandwich they only had for that day.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have eaten it though because it came with the meat on it was a braised short rib.
Yeah.
But it was fantastic. Like their usual sub is like a Philly steak sub, which is amazing. This was even better than that. Like I was thoroughly impressed. But we when we came back, like after the outlet mall and everything, we stopped at that comic book store, which I hadn't been to in years. So like when I walked in, the owner was like almost like, "Holy shit, I ain't seen you in a long time." But I went in there because he had something that like I found out a couple days prior that I'd been looking for.
Yeah.
And I had heard about this donut shop. I knew that donut shop was there for all these years because I've stopped at that Chipotle. It's right next door to it a bunch of times. But this actually intertwines with this whole thing too because Josh Cribbs is a former Browns player who's in like the Browns like Ring of Honor or whatever.
Yeah, I'm hip.
His wife does like foodie reviews on Instagram. I think it's like
is she one of those high friends?
She's not one of them. She does her own. Like it's like Maria Cribbs, whatever is like the IG handle. I'd have to look it up. But she did one a couple weeks ago, like on a Sunday, where she went to some donut shop. And people were in the comments because she was like, "Oh, what other donut shop should I go to?" Whatever. And people were telling her to go to this place called Donut Land out in like Brunswick because they're like amazing reviews apparently, and they're open 24 hours a day too. Okay. And when I was looking up Donut Land, I ended up seeing Donut Scene on the Google search. And I knew like I said, I knew where Donut Scene was because I've eaten at the Chipotle that's right next door to it a bunch of times over the years. And when I saw that they had good reviews too, and they were 24 hours, I was like, oh shit. And so when me and my brother were going to that comic book store, I was telling him about the donut shop in the parking lot. And he started like, oh, they're probably bad because, they're open 24 hours, so the donuts are going to be stale and this, that, and the other. He was like poo-pooing the shit out of it, right? Mm-hmm. So then, like, the next day is his birthday, and he comes over to my house in the evening because he wanted me to, like, order us sushi from the sushi place by my house that's, like, my favorite. Because I've turned him on to it, so he always wants to get, like, a couple of these, like, specialty rolls and stuff. And so he was hanging out here, and he got to talking with my buddy about something. I don't know what it was, but it was like, it was approaching 1 o'clock in the morning because I'd been watching the wrestling pay-per-view that night. It was the AEW pay-per-view.
Okay.
And so the pay-per-view ended like close to midnight. And I don't know, like I wasn't really paying attention to what they were talking about. I had tuned them out. And somehow they got on the topic of donuts. And he was telling him about the donut shop that I showed him the day before. So then I told him what it was, and they wanted to go get donuts. So we ended up driving to this donut shop at 1 a.m. on a Saturday, and we went in there. And like my brother has ADHD, so I'm going to start off with that caveat. So he went first, and I could tell he was severely putting the guy. There was an older man that was in there at that time.
Yeah.
He was severely putting that man on tilt because he kept like asking a million questions, and he kept changing his mind. And he's like, "Oh, can I get 2 of those?" And he goes, "Oh, I see that. Can I only get 1 of those instead?" After the guy had already put it in the box and shit. And I was like, I have to apologize on his behalf. I'm like, it's his birthday and he has ADHD. Please forgive him. So like we each ended up getting some donuts, like our own stuff, and they also had muffins in there. And the muffin that I got that day, I got like a pumpkin cream cheese muffin. It was pretty good.
Okay.
But the donuts were like fine. They were like they you could tell some of them been out for a little while, so they did have a little staleness to them necessarily, but like they weren't horrible. They had like a pretty decent selection, but like their pumpkin one, like I couldn't taste pumpkin in it at all. But like they had like Long Johns, they had like sprinkles, they had like just like chocolate donuts, they had like cream donuts, they had their raspberry filling one was really good. They had lemon filling, like they had a pretty decent variety for a shop that's open 24 hours. So then like this past Saturday when we were driving back from Detroit, I kind of wanted to like come home and lounge around and watch like a movie or something.
Yeah, catch a vibe. I get it.
Yeah, but like while we were on the turnpike driving back, I started thinking about like that donut place again. And the turnpike, if you like, instead of getting off on 480, it can connect down to 71, like a mile from the exit you would need to get off to go to the donut shop. So we ended up going to the comic book store, and I spent more money at the comic book store that I shouldn't have spent. And then we went and got donuts. At this point, we were at the donut shop at about 10:30.
Okay.
And the old man that was in there the week prior wasn't there this time. It was like a young-ish looking Latina-esque woman, and like they were clearly breaking child labor laws because there was a prepubescent boy running around in there at 10:30 at night filling donut boxes.
If his family is good to go.
He didn't look like they were blood, but he like when I say Latina, she may have been European of sorts. Like she had something about her, but he looked like a corn-fed white boy from the sticks. I don't know how. Like they didn't look related necessarily.
I hear you.
But it is what it is. He was in there working. Your times are tough. I get it. Like inflation, all hands on deck.
Yeah.
But so like I ended up getting there. They had a ho-ho muffin.
Go on, tell me more.
It was like a chocolate muffin with like cream in the middle, and then like a hard chocolate topping with like they did like. Trust me, they had it the week prior too. But like I said, I went with the pumpkin cream cheese one.
Yeah,
the ho-ho one definitely worth getting. Highly recommend.
Okay.
But then I got some donuts too. But so I will say that like I said, the first time we went at 1 a.m. This past time, 10:30 p.m. The donuts the second time were phenomenal. There was no they didn't taste stale. Like they even tasted better. Like they were just way better than the first time. The first time wasn't even bad. It's just a higher quality, probably more recently made.
Yeah.
So these ones hit. So this place, like if you're ever doing whatever at night, like if you're ever touching what's in that sewing box you showed me earlier, and you feel like taking a ride to a 24-hour donut spot, this place definitely could scratch an itch.
Fair. I wonder, because their delivery radius is probably kind of tight. So I don't want to be like, when do they deliver? Plus, they don't even have a website, and their Facebook page hasn't been updated since what looked like 2021. So
yeah, when I was trying to verify their times and all that, I was kind of nervous about it because they, like you said, they didn't have a lot of social media presence.
Yeah, so Donut Land just be out here donutting, and they don't either you know about them or you don't.
Well, they have they have delivery on Postmates and DoorDash.
I don't know. I don't do those. I think so. I don't know how that works. Do they deliver anywhere?
I mean, you'll end up paying more.
Okay,
but if someone's willing to take that delivery. You could theoretically order donuts from Strongsville and have them brought to you. Oh. Now, you're probably going to want to pay the person, but theoretically, it could happen.
Respect it. Word to the Donut Land. And look, since the pandemic, because it used to be, we'll be out here. It ain't doing it. The camera's just being a little dick.
I know. I'm trying. It's okay. It's glowing too much. Yeah.
What?
Oh, never mind. I clicked on it to see what their menu was and all that, and it says your address is outside this store's delivery area.
Okay. What I've noticed since the pandemic, of course, is that places that used to rock it 24/7 have really, really, really fallen off a cliff. They just don't really exist. But I can see it's on there, so that's cool. Yeah.
Now I switched it to pickup.
Okay.
And so you could pre-order and then go pick it up.
Yeah, is that an AI donut? Because that donut don't look real.
It definitely is an AI donut.
Gross.
Because the two of them next to each other have the same glow and everything.
Yeah. We gotta.
However, there are pictures in here from people who have ordered.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to show on the screen earlier. I was like, look at all these people who have clearly ordered from Donut Land, and apparently they make birthday cake sized donuts. So that's kind of dope. So we got options, but yeah. I used to just like go to. I would before the pandemic. I would go to. I could go to a Walmart anytime because they would be open 24 hours, and now you can't do that no more, and it kind of sucks.
Well, I can tell you too, the prices. I don't know exactly what each thing costs necessarily.
Yeah,
but I can tell you this: I bought a half a dozen donuts, a ho-ho chocolate muffin, and a Long John, which is just basically just a giant ass long, like a
long donut
with cream. It's a long donut with cream in it.
Yeah,
it was $14.95.
Oh, yeah, that's player prices. Because up the road here, and I'll go there every now and again, they'll have something on a Sunday morning. Vanessa's like, "Ooh, go get one of those." I go to Big Mouth over here in Rocky River, and I rarely walk out of that bitch without paying like $35, $40 for basically like a dozen, almost always. So I get it. I mean, it's probably if you do the math, same price. You know what I'm saying? If you would have gotten a dozen, 30. You know what I'm saying? But
I said I got a half a dozen donuts and a chocolate muffin and a long john.
So yeah, that is a better deal. It's just also Strongsville is further away for me than River, but also I hear you and I respect that. I love donuts. You know I love donuts, and so if you have found a place that might be outshining Jack Frost, which is my favorite donut spot, but that's because it's basically just a lot of frosting, and I love frosting.
The thing it's like I like Jack Frost, but it's like it's its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a heavily
it's Taco Bell
donut with
it's not Mexican food. It's Taco Bell. That's exactly what Jack Frost is. And so if you love cake donuts and a shitload of frosting, Jack Frost is the tits. But if you actually want a nice donut, this sounds like it might be the lick.
I very much enjoyed Jack Frost for a long time, and I had claimed it as my favorite.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I'm finding that I don't enjoy a pile of frosting like I used to. Like I used to love getting like a corner slice of a birthday cake that had the frosting from both sides.
Yeah.
But now it's like it's too much for me now. I'm getting older and I can't handle it.
A place where, because like I said, you used like same as box. I would swear Jack Frost was the champ. But I recently had donuts up in Michigan. I was at it's called Apple Fritter or something or other. Box told me about it before, and I just happened to go see it because he had put me on to it, and I was like, oh shit, because he knows my oldest boy loves apple fritters. Stupendous, and they don't just have fritters, and also they don't just have apple fritters. They have a selection of other types of fritters. Stupendous. Highly recommend. I remember us going up to Detroit, and we went to that one donut spot that it was well reviewed. And it just was awful. That old man was in there, and it was in the hood too. It was all bad news about that donut shop, y'all. It was ended up being piss poor donuts in a scary neighborhood. And no, don't go there. But Apple Fritter, I can't tell you where the fuck it's at. But they made some. They had some really, really good donuts on deck, and their fritters because they had like some fritters that I could bang with. Because I'm not an apple fritter guy, but they had some other options that I was like, yeah, this is doing it. So a good time to be had. So again, it's funny how I oftentimes have to leave the state or go somewhere a little distance on it. But that's the fun part about traveling, y'all, and going to eat places that you may not have seen or been to before. That's why I kind of do like these influencers will be like, hey friends, go check out this, that, or third. Because I'm like, okay, it's cool. What I've seen recently for local foodie type of establishments is very attractive women all of a sudden talking about food. I'm like, this is different. And they're not saying, hey, friends. And of course, because they're attractive, they be on camera. And they be like, hey, here I am eating at this restaurant, some Italian restaurant down the way that I didn't know existed.
Hey, friends ain't on camera. No, I've seen Hey Friends. I understand why they're not on camera. I probably should have said that. But I saw Hey Friends a couple years ago because I remember when their account was first starting up, and Hey Friends had some health problems, and Hey Friends was posting some pictures from the hospital bed. Oof. And you know, they're not the girl with the twirl blonde lady that does the same reactions every time she eats something.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Hey Friends doesn't put themselves in their videos.
Well, it's this lady, and I don't know what she is. But anyway, don't worry about it. That's for you and I, not for the audience. But I would send you a couple of you like, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about, my man. Because Like,
I've noticed too that like some of the ownership on some of these accounts changes. Like I had one that I think it was like Stepping Out Columbus or Eat Local Ohio or something like that, and it like one of them used to be like a white dude and his wife or girlfriend or something, and then now it's like a black girl runs the account.
Okay.
And then there was one of these where like I was like looking at something that they had posted or they tagged or something, and I found out that like they were actually owned by like a food distribution company that services restaurants in Ohio.
Oh,
so I feel like
shady as fuck.
Yeah, they made the account, I think, to kind of promote the restaurant. It was one of those like local distribution things where like they were a distribution company for Ohio.
Yeah.
That was trying to promote that like their products come from Ohio and go to Ohio restaurants.
Okay.
So like they're trying to kind of like use that foodie influencer account to promote the restaurants that they sell to.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if they state that loud and proud, like, hey, we are doing this for this through this,
I think on the account it said they were owned by or ran by, and then it had the link to the distribution company. I think that was how I found it.
I don't know if that's loud enough, but I mean, I don't know if it says ad or something inside, the text or whatever like that. Like, so I just want people to know that way. I don't want people thinking that these are, necessarily independent thoughts are being shared with you from people who are actually out here trying to, share.
It's Eat Local Ohio. And then when you go to their profile, the top sentence says powered by @Hillcrest Foods.
Yeah.
So when you click on Hillcrest Foods, their account says powering @Eat Local Ohio, local Ohio food distributor. Email us for more information.
Okay.
And then they have a link to their website.
Okay, so I mean that's kind of open and honest. You know what I'm saying? It's not as open and honest as if go look at a post on see if does it say ad or anything like that.
Like from the Hillcrest Foods or from Eat Local Ohio?
From the Eat Local. Hashtag ad.
Yeah, I know. The first one I clicked on is just hashtag Eat Local Ohio, hashtag Cleveland Eats. There's no hashtag ad or nothing. And then the next one, let's see. No, the next one just gives like the address. They didn't really use a hashtag on that one. Eat Local Ohio, hashtag rock and roll, hashtag food, hashtag Cleveland. Yeah, none of them. I've clicked on 4 of them so far. None of them had a hashtag ad.
Yeah, and see that feels a little shady to me. If to you, to others, it might be just fine. I just think if you're honest and open and honest about it, that way people know, and then they know how to judge that review. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? So just be cool. Show people that you are like, I'm doing this with this for this reason. You know what I'm saying, especially if you're getting breaded up for it. So, but yeah, man, I'm glad you got some Michigan time, man. Got to celebrate your brother's birthday with him and some donuts. My child is the exact same age as your brother. I understand the ADHD thing because my kid has it too. So, and that's why they're medicated for it, because trust me, it is helpful to be medicated for it. In fact, next time I see the doctor, I'm actually going to discuss with my doctor if maybe I have it. So I'm with you on that shit, man, because sometimes you need that little situation. Just slid through, got on camera right quick, and then slid off. They just showed love to the oh, really? Like, hold on, I'm here.
Yeah, she just did her little table walk, did the circle, and then she hopped off.
Yeah, thank you for your time, Father. I just want to make sure you knew, I knew that you knew. Oh my God. Well, there you go, man. That was some story time at Lunchbox. Hope you had a good time with it. I know I did. Do I have any real tea time with you? I kicked with my kids for a little bit this week. That was fun. I don't know. It's been a very, very kind of just laid back time. I'm mentally preparing for this for Thanksgiving because here I'll play it. We'll talk a little bit. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole thing I made for it, so we might as well go on it. So, a couple of things is one, speaking of music that we use, Spotify took down our last episode in a certain region around the world, including the United States, and said the music we use in that show is copyrighted. But we use a service. I don't just go get song music anymore. We have a service for this show that keeps us whitelisted for such matters. And so I hit up Upbeat, which is the service we use to get our music from, and was like, "Hey, Spotify's giving me a copyright or whatever." And I sent them the copies of the text from the email, and they got back and was like, "That should not be happening. Your shit's good to go, and how you use it is good to go. Thank you for letting us know. We'll get involved and take a peek at this. So let's go take a look at Spotify over here, and I'll tell you if that episode is backed up, because I had to appeal the decision to Spotify, and I'm like, hey, I use this service for my music. Don't be just taking my shit down. And let me do a jump over here. And no, 586 is still down. It is still missing, y'all. So on Spotify, you can go get it off of YouTube if you need to get down. And I might go ahead and post that on the Spotify on the Patreon just for free for people who can have access to it. But that's some whole shit, and I don't fuck with it. Not at all. Let me go take a look at this email right quick. I just want to make sure I tell y'all what the good people at Upbeat said about this. Jump over to the business folder. And Rachel here from Upbeat. I hope you're well. Thanks for getting in touch and letting us know. I'm really sorry to hear that you've received a claim. That should never happen when using Upbeat music, and I'd really like to help look into this for you. Firstly, I'd like you to rest assured that you are certainly licensed to use Upbeat music. There you go, people. That lets you know I'm licensed to use this music within your content as per your active creator subscription. As a claim occurring on Spotify podcast episode is particularly rare, I've taken the time to consult with my team on this and do some further investigation on our side. It seems there may have been some recent changes occurring within Spotify on their side, which explains why this claim has been raised out of the blue. Unfortunately, there isn't much further detail at this moment, but rest assured, we're monitoring the situation as close as we can to better understand and navigate it. Unfortunately, it does seem to be affecting a variety of users, regardless of how or where they have licensed their music. So that's basically a lot of rigmarole to say. We're looking at it, and hopefully something will happen. But here's the deal: the song we use, and in fact, I can actually tell you again. I should have just left that email open. I could have told you the email I sent to them. Let me pull it up right quick again. So. I want to find you the actual song titles. Back Then by Ill Kitchen and Killer, the Killer that we play on our Amateur Asshole. So listed on Upbeat, where I get the song from, the song is called Killer. It's by a group called Mountaineer. Okay. I jump over here to Spotify, and actually I need to go look at the email that I got from Spotify to tell you the specifics of that. And then I'm going to tell you what I think is happening. They say the song Killer is a song called We the Worst Music by J Roadstar. Spotify says somebody other than the group I had bought to use this music from put this music out. And then I go look up We the Worst Music by J Roadstar on Spotify, and I go look at the artist. And who do you think? I'm going to do it again for you just here. Hold on. Because you have to know this because it's so stupid. This is why what I think is happening is the person on Spotify is just somebody laying claim to somebody else's music, because if you go look at We the Worst Music and go to the credits, who do you think they say wrote this song? And be wild about it. I need you to reach places you've never thought to reach before.
Janet Jackson.
Bob Odenkirk. As in, Sal, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
yeah. And so I'm like, oh yeah, they just stole this music and put their name on it and are trying to and claim it on Spotify. And so if and when I assume Upbeat will come back around to talk to me about this, I'm going to be like, I think what it is people still, oftentimes you'll tell me there's a song that's available. Not oftentimes, but you've been like, oh, that's in Spotify. If you go look here, I think that's what happened. Somebody just stole somebody else's music, stuck it up there, and put their name on it, and then Spotify's like just AI looking at shit now, and they're just like, oh, that's on here already. It belongs to this guy. Like, nah, it does not. It actually belongs to this guy who made the song. And so we'll see how that all plays out. That's some whole shit and some bullshit, but it is what it is. So I kind of just vibe with it and I keep it moving for right now. But again, that episode is, and again, I'm about to click the button on our Am I the Asshole. The other song they're talking about is the song that we basically closed the show out with. So the same thing's going to happen to this episode when I post it on Spotify next. And so I'll probably just end up starting to post these for free on our Patreon. That way you can get a hold of them if you need them as well. And they go up on YouTube regardless. The video here goes up on YouTube and you can just watch and watch it over there. And of course, Spotify does slide the video out, the audio out as well. So that it too is available on YouTube. And YouTube don't pull it down just because Spotify pulled it down on their side. So it's available wherever you get it from. It's just some whole shit that it's not right there when you want it. So, but trust, I got you. Worry not. We out here still trying to get the Grizzly. And like I said, I have appealed, and I have appealed with the reason being that I pay for the license for these songs. And I legitimately do that. We try to run a clean business around here. And we started doing it that way once Spotify started getting itchy about using copyrighted music. So I was like, okay, let's find a way to do that. And first we started using free music from it was actually just called Free Music Archive. But even that was starting to get binged on YouTube. So then I found a service that actually had, has a reasonable price and whitelist me on YouTube. And seemingly we'll have to start doing that on other services as well sooner than later. So we'll see how that all plays out. That's some show business, y'all. That's that. But I'm the one who runs that, so that's why it ends up in a spotted seat. What else am I gonna tell you about? Jesus Christ! Sorry, that really pulled me out of my hookup. Sent me a spinning. My youngest hit me up the other day. Was like. It was almost. I was almost done at work, and I was just like, "Hey, can you just come get me? I need some time at home. I just want to see you, and kick with you. I'm just having a bit of a day." And I'm like, "All right, I'll slide over and come get you." So I immediately, as soon as I got done with work, and I was like, seriously, just minutes away from being done with work, I just hopped up and went and got my kid, and was hanging out with them for a little bit. But actually, it was like on the night I was doing Krunchy, so it was Tuesday night of this week, and so I'm actually having to work on a show. And try to kick with my kid a little bit. And they end up calling their brother, like, hey, I'm at the house. Come over here and kick with us. So both my boys were here for a little bit this week. And at one point, I'm like, I'm about to do this episode. And because this week's Krunchy had a special guest, it was Kim Goldfeder-Clark, who was the winner of the most recent season of the Great American Baking Show. She was our guest this week to help us discuss Dessert Week on the Great British Bake Off. I was like, let me go cut my hair. Because I was looking a bit of a mess. So I was like, all right, boys, we're going to cut my hair. Come on down to the basement and kick with your father while he cuts his hair. So just dumb shit like that. Me hanging with the kids, cutting my hair, having a good time. And that's what's funny about that is we just recorded the next month's Cadillac on Mars Monday night. So this is my third podcast of the week, y'all. Your boy's really been talking a lot this week. And on there, I was talking about how I actually am, how I'm getting along with being an empty nester. And then my house was full again the next day after having that discussion. And it just made me laugh. I was like, how perfectly apt. So the kids are good, and that's a good thing to have. Xander just called me a little bit ago. That's why I had to get up and go unlock the door. He said, my car broke. I'll be at the house a little bit. So he can put his car in my driveway until they figure out what broke on it. So something broke on that bear. I told you, this is what it is to be driving that car on a racetrack and then calling it your everyday driver. It can't be both. He just needs a car that he drives, and that could be the car he races with, but it can't be both. And he'll get there in life. But he grown, of course, and saying grown men always want to do their own damn thing, so they learn the lesson they have to learn. I just don't want people to have to learn the lesson the hard way when I can give it to you the easy way. But it's how it goes down. It's what it is to be a parent some days, y'all. Is that something run through it all? Yeah, I think that's about it. I got to go get my. I'm going to get my my wellness check done Saturday box. I ended up just doing it through work, like I told you I would, and it's scheduled for Saturday at 11:30 in the morning. So I'll get that knocked out this weekend. And while I'm at it, I might call CVS and go ahead and get my my vaccines. My flu shot and my dang COVID update, so I can get those knocked out too while I'm at it. Get those taken care of, because it's what it is, folks. We old and we got to make sure we take care of ourselves. I got to go see my doctor. I got an update in my chart was like, hey man, it's about time to get that prostate checked. I'm like, fuck, I hate that. It's one of the worst tests I have to take. I don't like that one at all. Prostate exams suck unless they've done something different, because they got to basically go all up your hole. They got to go up the keister. No bueno. I can tell you that right now. Prostate checks are, I find worse than colonoscopies, because colonoscopies, they at least put you under for a little bit. Whereas prostate checks, you are live and uncut. And just, I got to lay there bent over while you just going up to shoot.
I'm not looking forward to it.
It's no bueno. It is no bueno. It's like, I don't want a stranger stuck touching my nethers like that. There's no way.
But wouldn't it be better to be a stranger than like someone that you see on the regular?
You are 100% correct. But then what it is this is my regular doctor. I do see him on the regular.
Your regular, prostate doctor, not your like pediatrician or some shit.
It's like, I can't dap this dude up. You know what I'm saying? When I see him now, your finger was just up my butt.
I saw a video on Facebook the other day where Gary Owen was doing a set at some place in like Houston or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor that did his vasectomy was actually in the front row right in front of the stage. So he ended up having a conversation with him about it all.
Man, it's some fun dudes out there in comedy world that I bang with. My man, me and Ant was just talking about Stavros, man, that little Greek guy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's a real fun dude. I like his comedy too. I mean, and
he's coming here, I think, in like February or something.
He said as much. He was on Doughboys recently and talking about his upcoming tour spots. He's like, yeah, I'm being Cleveland and so forth. I'm like, that's dope. I like that, man. Plus he's a funny dude, but he's also like a right-minded dude. You know what I'm saying? Unlike some comics, because he had one of his homegirls on the show recently, and she was about to go do Kill Tony and Rogan, and like he knows her. He's been kicking with her for years, so he's like, "What the fuck is these jokes you doing and this talk you talking? This has never been you. So this what you decided to do? You decided to try to change your whole style up because you about to go be on Kill Tony and down at Rogan and shit like that there. So you think you got to make jokes that's like fucked up?" And he was trying to check her on her shit. It was like, nah, bro. Yeah. And he was basically, because she kept saying, and I'm going to say the word, but I'm saying the word only as example. Don't think this is not a word I use. She kept saying tranny. And he was like, yo, you got to chill with that bullshit. Cause that we not doing that here. And he goes, I guess you want to get ready for your fucking Rogan shit, but you ain't gonna be doing that here on my show. And I was like, okay, man, I see you, Stavi, man. You out here trying to be on the right side of this shit and not the bad. So
yeah, he's pretty good on tires.
Yeah, he has a movie that it's who else is in that movie? It's like Emma Stone. He had a movie coming out like that's about to be like kind of a big deal movie, which is kind of like major for him because like okay, here's another step up. You know what I'm saying? The lane of his acting stuff. But he's a fun guest on Doughboys because he's a fat guy, so he knows his talk about food. And so, but he also like he fucks with them and they all bang pretty well together. He's a fun guest in that regard. That's a good because on that type of show.
I always laugh when I see the clips from him when he was on Pardon the Interruption talking about Joe Flacco.
What did he say about old man Flacco? Because he's from like Baltimore, so that like he was.
Yeah, he's a Ravens fan.
Yeah,
so he was like talking about Flacco the one time, and he was like, the beautiful thing about Flacco is he just throws like a nice tight spiral. It's like, and it's like every time Joe throws, it's like it could be the most beautiful touchdown you've ever seen, or the most horrible interception you've ever seen, or pass interference. All three are on the table at any given moment. And then he was talking about the people who like didn't want Lamar Jackson at first, like they wanted Joe Flacco. And he was like doing some impression. He's just like, I don't know. There was just something I trusted more about Flacco. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah, that Baltimore accent is something else, man. I have to be like, that's a wild one. The Philly accent, that's when America starts looking like England. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay, it's not Southern accents are one thing, but when you start hearing those like little real regional dialects, you're like, okay, yeah, you like from Essex or from fucking Geordie, you got a Geordie accent or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Which are those English type of accents. So I had to chuckle at those. But I feel like that's a good compliment of some tea time there. You had some tea time. You know what's up next. We're gonna take it to the mean streets of Reddit. We're gonna do some amateur assholes. And it's gonna be a good time, y'all. And look, I push this button and I play this song, and I don't care what the fuck Spotify say about it. It's just a good song, y'all. And then once we found out what the sample was, it became even cooler to me. So that's what's calculating in that regard. I got a couple for you. I think all of these might tickle your fancy, but you let me know which one speaks the loudest. Am I the asshole for calling my sister-in-law a mistress in front of everyone after she said I deserve paternity? Am I the asshole uninvited from quiz night? Am I the asshole for showing my girlfriend some criticism of Taylor Swift's latest album after she asked for it?
So the second one didn't make any fucking sense to me. Am I the asshole uninvited from quiz? Like, what the fuck does that mean?
We got to find out. So let's go check it out. We'll start there. Am I the asshole uninvited from quiz night? So a friend invited me to a quiz night last night with a group. First interaction was them asking if I wanted to go to quiz night with her and some other friends. I said, yes, if you send me the date and time and I'm around. I'm a fair bit younger than anyone who was planning to go. Only 2 blokes going, one me and a number of women. But I've done things with them a lot. It's left, comma, I don't hear anything. I don't know. That's how that sentence is written. A few weeks later, I see them and 2 others from the group. It's asked who's going to the friend my name's mentioned. I say I haven't said yes yet as I don't know the date. They say the date and I say, okay, it's okay, cool, thanks. The day of the quiz, I see one of them that day and this got to be an English person or something. They this is written so crazily. The day of the quiz, I see one of them that day and she says, oh, I'm looking forward to going to the quiz with you later, etc. I say, oh, nice, etc. The friend says, oh, yes, her 2 daughters are coming. Then a few minutes later, I ask the time that evening. She says, we would, of course, love to have you, but I'm not sure if the 2 daughters are coming. The other friend sort of goes quiet and looks a bit awkward. She still wasn't sure if they were even going to go on the day of it. What? Initially, only one was maybe coming and other was meant to be busy. They go do something. I leave fairly quickly. Then at 5 p.m., the thing is happening at 7:15. I've assumed I won't be going as I don't see why I should be kept on tenterhooks if their family are going instead. I'm going, mind you, this will be in the show notes so you can read it too, so you can see what I'm reading here and the challenge that I am having reading it because it's written so poorly. It's restricted.
Yeah.
To 8.
Is that the end of it?
No, I'm going.
Oh, okay.
It's restricted to 8 people per team. I get a message saying daughters are coming, and now the other lady's daughter is coming, so we will make use of your brain next time. The other person was never going or expressed interest in going. I said yes, so I'm a bit pissed off. I haven't replied to the above message, and they sent something today, and I have not bothered to respond. Am I being reasonable, or am I being socially inept? I have been close friends with her and her family. I replaced myself, got someone else to stand in for another event that was organized with her now, as I don't really feel that she's being reasonable by inviting and then uninviting. Aware this might be a dick move. What you should be aware of is that you, in the English language, have some work to do. If English is your second language, which they now have a post for, they'll be like, English is the second language. Because so people can be like, okay, I know why this is written like this is written. This don't got it. This is just written shittily, and I can barely make sense of it. Seems like he got invited. Then they said, oh, we might bring our daughters with us. And then they changed their mind about that. And then they changed their mind back about that. And then so he got invited, but then got uninvited. I have made that sense of that. But how would he be the asshole in this situation?
I think he's asking if he's the asshole for ignoring them after the fact. Because otherwise, like, yeah, everything you described, I'm like, if anything, they're the assholes for inviting you and then uninviting you all willy-nilly. I hate when people do that shit, keeping you on the hook like that. Yeah. But it sounds like he's asking if he's an asshole for not replying to them and, like, almost, like, trying to, like, distance himself from them.
Yeah. And no, that's okay. You felt put out, maybe even slightly used, and are uncomfortable trying to kick with people since then. That's reasonable. Right.
Like I can tell you this, like, personally, I had someone who, like, when I had my birthday dinner a couple weeks ago for my 40th birthday, one of the guys forgot all about it and didn't come after, like, he had told, you know, the people, like my buddy who organized it, that he was coming, and I haven't talked to him since. I've ignored him. Like, he hasn't, like, DM'd me or anything. Yeah. But anytime he said anything in the group chains, I haven't replied to him. I haven't said shit to him. He told us the other day that he his second baby is confirmed, and I didn't send him a congratulations or I'm sorry or anything like that. Like, I didn't hit him with nothing. And then, so a week later, so two of my friends organized that dinner for me for my 40th birthday. Yeah. The other guy, his birthday was the following weekend, and his wife organized a birthday outing for him, and she forgot to fucking invite me. So I found out about the birthday the night of by accident, because my one buddy, like, I have, like, a group chain where all of us, where we, like, some of the people who play Call of Duty, who, like, when we try to organize, like, see who's available to play. Yeah. And so it was like a Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, evening time kind of situation. And the one guy was trying to, like, dredge up to see if anyone was around and wanted to play, like, get a group together. And I had no plans at that point. So I was like, yeah, if we have a squad, I'll play. And then, like 2 hours later, because the one guy was watching college football, he's like, oh, are you going to so-and-so's birthday party? And I was like, what are you talking about? And then he goes, oh, well, this is now awkward. And then I was like, oh, well, I'm like, well, I didn't get invited. I'm like, it is what it is, I guess. I'm like, but in my mind, I'm like, that's fucking weird, because he just organized my birthday last week. So it's like, why would you go to the trouble of organizing my birthday dinner, and then I just don't get invited to his birthday the next week? I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah. So, like, what ended up happening was his wife organized the whole thing, and she didn't send me a Facebook invite. Like, she forgot me or missed me or whatever. I don't know. I can't speak for her. Yeah. But then she tried to do the cop-out thing where she put in the event page, like, oh, if I missed anybody, please make sure to add them. But, like, no one fucking checks the guest list to see who you did and didn't invite so that they can like invite more people.
Yeah.
They just go, okay, yeah, I'm coming or I'm not coming.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like no one looked and saw that I wasn't fucking invited. So then I find out about it like an hour before the thing. And, you know, at that point I'm like, well, you know, what am I going to do here? So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not invited. So I guess I'm not going. And then I find out a couple days later, like I said, because the one guy who asked me if I was going, he ended up not going. He ended up staying back and playing Call of Duty with me and the other guy. He got into an argument with that dude. Like it was a sports debate or something later in the week. Oh no, you know what it was? They had made plans like a month or so prior to go to the I forget what they call it, but where the Great Lakes Brewing Company does the first tap of the Christmas ale for the fall.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had talked about like going there. So the one guy and his wife had taken off and they were there and they were messaging him like, hey, where are you coming? And he's just like, I didn't take off work because you didn't say anything to me about it for 6 weeks. So he's like, I didn't know that it was happening. And then somehow in the discussion, he decided to bring up the fact that I didn't get invited to the birthday party, even though I wasn't involved in the discussion whatsoever.
Oh no. Don't throw you in the fray. That's not cool.
Yeah. Because I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything to anybody. Like I said, he only knew because he asked me if I was going when he didn't realize that I wasn't going.
Yeah.
And so I didn't bring it up to anybody else. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, whatever. And so then he at that moment realized like what happened. And then he told us that it was his wife's fault. And the wife sent an apology through him to me in the Discord. And, you know, it is what it is. And, yeah, so like, I was just like, what the hell, man? Why'd you have to bring me into this?
I'm not saying he threw you under the bus because it's not that type of situation, but it is like, bro, don't drag me into your shit because he probably thought you was mad and would want to get in there and mix it up too.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I turned it into a jokey thing, but like, I was kind of like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know you were. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
we just talked about maybe a couple episodes back how if a motherfucker don't tell us happy birthday, then I'm not telling them happy birthday going forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty good about telling folk happy birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, then like when I went to like my bowling league a couple days later,
yeah,
I was talking to my one buddy because he's in that Discord, but he has it on mute, so it's like he doesn't see most of the shit.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him about like what had happened, and he goes, he was the other one that helped organize my birthday dinner.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, you know, come to think of it, he goes, I did think it was weird that you weren't there. He goes, but he's like, I thought maybe you just decided not to come or something. And I'm like, no, I'm like, I would have came. I'm like, he helped organize my dinner a week before. I'm like, the least I could do is show up, even if like I wasn't going to stay all night. I'm like, I would have came, but I'm like, I wasn't invited. So I'm like, I didn't come.
Yeah. This what it is to get older. This bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It should be just juggling. Like, don't do that to me. Like, I'm.
Well, the fucked up thing about it too is like one of the people who was attending lives in my house, and like he didn't know that I wasn't invited because I did like when I got asked if I was going.
Yeah,
he was in his room watching TV, and then like with 45 minutes later, he came out of his bedroom in his like I'm going out clothes, and then he just walked past me and left. He didn't say anything about like where he was going. He didn't ask me if I was going or like whatever. And then when I talked about it a couple days later, he said that he just assumed that I wasn't going because I was just like hanging out on the couch in the living room. But like he didn't say anything to me about it. So like, yeah, like it felt like a secret at the time, almost like, oh, I better get out of here, not say nothing because you know he's not invited. That was also kind of like irritated me at the time.
Yeah, that feel like a diss. That one right there feel like a diss. Don't start getting me mad in your favor for you. Then I start getting angry for you. Oh shit all around. No, you're not an asshole. Those people were assholes, and same for you, Box. Have you been to the restaurant Steak?
I have not, but it is on my list of places I would like to attend.
And apparently, they're also about to open up a Chinese restaurant, but it's like. People in at least in the Reddit of Cleveland are like, yeah, they shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, oh, they're like, we have a whole Asia town in this neck of the woods that people could be going to get Chinese food if they want Chinese food for it.
Dude, Asian food is opening up everywhere. Every time I turn around, there's a new sushi conveyor belt spot, a new pho spot. Like they're popping up left and right.
Yeah, that's how we get down, man. When it's all
I'm not complaining, but I'm just like, can we get? We're leaning heavy into one entree right now. Like we need to diversify a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Asia's massive. So how about look? You can do Asia, but how about look? We have plenty of Thai food around this place at this point. No, we need no more Thai food. Now we seem to be hitting a wall of sushi, so we probably don't need much more of that. So I don't know. We only have a couple of Indian spots. I know 3 off go. I know 4 off go. So okay, so maybe we have a decent amount of Indian spots, but of course there's always.
I've noticed a lot more of like the Halal Brothers-esque Middle Eastern food popping up around here too.
We just need a Halal Brothers, and I'd be straight. I don't want imitation halal guys. I want real halal guys. I don't want faux halal guys.
What if they're better though? How would you know if you don't go to at least once?
You are absolutely correct. So at some point, I will need to try one of these faux halal guys. I can't think of a funny joke to call them. These halal
dudes.
To see if they hit like halal guys was, because halal guys was hitting. Like, worth driving a state for? Yes. Yeah. I mean, look, also there's a whole Reading Market, and of course it's just in general all kinds of dope shit around there. But also halal guys.
Like,
so,
if I had a full weekend planned in Philly, I'd go, and halal guys or bros or whatever the fuck it's called would be
halal guys. It is halal guys.
Halal guys.
Yeah.
But like, I'll be honest with you, I'm not driving the 9 hours to Philly just to go to
halal guys. No, yeah. I agree with that. But I'm saying, if you're in Philly, get you some halal guys, okay? Go get your platter. It comes with rice, and it comes with some pita, and it comes with chicken, and get a grip of the white sauce. It's fantastic. Pause.
Hey yo.
I'm good. I ain't gonna read no more. We'll keep these other ones for next time, y'all. We gonna start sliding on out of this. Because Box pretty much had his own Emmett asshole, and that's great. And although he knew off the rip he wasn't the asshole, he's more him telling us stories about other assholes. And asshole might be strong. Well, you know what? You would tell me if I was wrong to say that. You'd be like, no, T, don't say that. And so maybe. Talking about they'll come through to celebrate my man's birthday. What kind of fuckery is that? Anyway. Let's talk entertainment. Box, what have you been watching or getting down with? Some Call of Duty, apparently. Anything else?
So we've had many weeks lately where like we have not recorded.
Yeah.
And I feel like I at one point had watched something, and I don't remember if I brought it up on the show, but I thought about it the other day. I don't know. Did I ever tell you that I watched The Paper?
No, I'm on. Well, no, that's the Office love of
the Office offshoot.
Yeah.
So I watched that a few weeks back. It was a quick watch. Each episode was only like 25 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And so like I watched it on like one work day. It was fine. It wasn't exactly The Office, like, which, you know, like obviously you can't replicate The Office and just call it something else. It was similar, and you know, like it was clearly almost like a continuation of sorts.
Yeah.
But it was fine. Like if they didn't make any more, I think I'd be okay. But if they made more, I'd probably watch it.
It was reviewed well, and everybody seems, the people who have watched it seem to dig it. So I mean, there you go. If you fuck with The Office, they seem to think that you would get down with Paper. The Paper or Paper?
I think it was The Paper.
Okay.
And then I have been watching Elementary. I just got into season 5 today. Like I think I'm on episode 2 of season 5. So I was at the end of season 4. Like when I woke up today, I had like 5 episodes left in season 4, and then I watched like the first 2, And then on the third one, I realized I'd already watched it at my dad's house because like sometimes when I go over there to hang out, he'll just put on like random shit that he's watching.
Mm-hmm.
So like when the episode started, I was like, oh, I've seen this. So I just fast forwarded the whole thing. Then I got to the fourth episode, and same situation. I must have did a back-to-back with him one time because I'd already seen both episodes. So I was able to skip over both of those because I remembered the whole episodes. Because it was a couple weeks back that I watched it with him. So then I knocked out the end of season 4. I'm into season 5. So I have seasons 5, 6, and 7 left. I got the notice the other day about like HBO raising their rates. And like I finished Peacemaker on there a couple weeks ago, which I know we talked about.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not really watching anything on here right now, even though that like Welcome to Derry show just started last week, which I haven't started it yet, but I do plan on watching. But I was like, I got other shit going on right now. I don't feel like paying the $11 for HBO that I'm not even watching really. So I went into my account to cancel it, and they were like, hey, how about instead of canceling it, you just accept 50% off for 3 months? And I was like, you know what? You got yourself a goddamn deal, HBO.
Shake on it. You know what it is.
Yeah. And then I was watching, like I said, I was watching Elementary, but I usually watch it while I'm working.
Yeah.
And if our company hears this episode, I don't give a fuck. I have TV on to my left while I'm working. I work from home, deal with it. If you don't like it, whatever. But so I'm usually down here. But then I'm like I said, I'm off work for the next couple of days, using some vacation time.
Mm.
So I was watching it in my bedroom the other day before I went to bed, and on the Amazon Fire TV thing that I have on my bedroom TV, in the bottom left corner, there was a little icon that was like, hey, do you want to go adless? And I've gotten to the point where each episode of Elementary ended up being 9 minutes worth of commercials because one of the breaks would be 2.5 minutes. The other breaks would be a minute and a half, and it was adding up.
Yeah.
And so I clicked on it, and it was we can have you go adless for $3 a month.
Yeah. Amazon.
I was like, fuck it. I'll pay it. So I paid the thing. So now Amazon Prime that you have logged in is now adless.
Sick. I don't know what I'm going to watch on there, but good to know. Anything else? Anything else caught your eye you been getting down with?
I haven't really watched anything else outside of sports.
Okay.
I do kind of want to go to the movies this weekend at some point. So maybe go see the Black Phone 2. And maybe that Channing Tatum, the Roof Man movie or whatever it was called.
Not here.
But yeah, I could have done that today, but I decided to hang around, watch Elementary, and put up those Halloween lights and shit I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, I got to get up. I have to get up in the morning, almost at my damn near my work time, even though I'm off for the day, because my dad asked if I could take him to his doctor's appointment because he can't. He's not allowed to drive apparently for this one. So and his appointment's at 9:15. So I got to get up in the fucking morning and go take him, which I'm going to turn it into a errands thing for myself because I have an Amazon package I need to take back to the Kohl's that's right next to his doctor's office.
Yeah.
And then I need to drop my mortgage check off at the post office. And then I went ahead and I put an Amazon order in for that candy and stuff. So I'll take my dad to his doctor's appointment. Yeah. So I'll take my dad to his doctor's appointment and do all his errands.
Knock out the rest.
And then, the Halloween trick-or-treating should be in the evening. So Saturday, I'm not doing anything all day. At least I have nothing planned at the moment. So maybe I'll sneak away and go see a movie or something. Then the guy whose birthday party I did not get invited to messaged me the other day, DM'd me, I should say, and was like, are you doing it? Hey, he's like, I have an important question to ask. And I'm thinking, okay, what the fuck is this about? He's like, are you doing anything on Sunday? And I was like, I currently don't have any plans because otherwise I'd be watching the NFL. The Browns are on bye this week, but I'd still just watch games and just fuck around in my house. And I guess he got 4 tickets to the Cavs-Hawks game, so I'm going to go to the Cavs game on Sunday with them.
Sick. Love that. Man, we had I don't know. What's it about the Celtics, man?
The Cavs are just bad right now. It has nothing to do with the Celtics. The Celtics shoot a lot of threes, so if they're on, they're hard to beat even without Channing or Jason Tatum.
Yeah. But
the Cavs aren't good right now. They were 3-1 going into that game last night, but the Cavs aren't good right now.
What is the tweak? What's happening?
they do miss Darius Garland.
Okay.
They need consistent play at point guard, but also Evan Mobley is being horribly inefficient. Jared Allen is basically worthless. And then, like, I've noticed with the Cavs that, like, their role players don't seem to step up. Like, they're either all hitting or none of them are hitting. And then it turns into, like, Donovan Mitchell having to play hero ball, and it's just not a consistent winning formula.
No, it's not. We'll see how this season goes, y'all. And of course, the Bulls is acting like they want to do something right now. It's super early in the season. So the Bulls being 3-0.
The Bulls are a good young team. They've got a lot of like solid pieces. Like they're building like a quality team.
Yeah. And then the Bucks currently trying to look good again. Not again, but I mean, you know, they have not looked as great these last couple of seasons.
The Bucks aren't going to fucking do anything. Like no disrespect to them, but like you can't ride Giannis for 82 games and like this isn't 2005 Cavs with LeBron. Like the dude's going to run. He already missed tonight with like an injury. Like they've got like Giannis and then like some okay guys, but then it's just like it's not going to be enough in the end. Fair.
So there you go. That's a little Cavs talk for you. What am I? Oh, I want to tell you. I'm in a rom-com state. So I saw a clip from a movie on TikTok, and I went and looked it up right quick, and I ended up watching the entire movie. It's called Wedding Season. It's from 2022. It's on Netflix, and Indian couple. The parents are trying to force these children to go and find love because a bunch of people in their families are finding love, and they just try to push these two together. And initially they're like, look, let's just say we kicking it so these motherfuckers can get off our back. But eventually they fall in love. You know how it goes. That kind of rom-com. And so it's real nice. It ended up being a fun little movie that I'm watching. And as I watch, I'm like, the woman who's playing this man's mother is definitely probably his same age. That's weird. But otherwise, that was a pretty fun movie. I've of course watched the Great British Bake Off because I host a podcast called Krunchy. It's a Great British Bake Off podcast, and so I always watch that. But also, they have a Talking Dead style show that comes out every week called the Great British Bake Off: An Extra Slice, and that's been a real fun watch these last few weeks as the later bakers start going home. It gets tough to see them leave, but also they're fun to. It's fun to watch them go and interact on the Extra Slice because it's a very cool show to watch. Nobody Wants This. Season 2 came out on Netflix last week, and I need you to know from Saturday evening going into Sunday morning, and I watched all of it. And not like, oh, he's nodding off a little bit, whatever. No, I was fully awake, fully invested. I've missed these characters, and I love watching them come back. And it's a very, very, very fun show. I really, really enjoy it. I would highly recommend y'all check out Nobody Wants This. Season 1 and now Season 2. Like I said, I streaked right through it. I don't binge shows like that normally. I do not. But you know what? That's exactly how I initially fell in love with Ted Lasso. I sat down one Saturday evening and was like, I keep hearing about it. Let me watch it. And then I ended up watching all of it. And so some shows just will get their hooks in me like that. And Nobody Wants This was one of those shows. It's Kristen Bell and Adam Brody. And it's a really, really, really good show. And highly recommend. I very much have enjoyed season 2. I've seen some reviews going around talking about how some people or critics don't like season 2. And I'm just like, well, that's on you because it's a fun show and I really enjoy it. Nobody Wants This on Netflix. I am still playing Ghost of Yotai on PlayStation 5. It's really good. And I love seeing videos because it keeps popping up on my TikTok now because I've gone to TikTok a couple of times because I've seen videos pop up and say, this is the best armor. Here's how to get it. And then I go back and try to find the video. So I'm like, okay, where'd that dude say to go get this armor at? I'm like, okay, cool. And so because I've done that enough times in TikTok, now I'm getting constantly served Ghost of Yotai videos, which is fun because it's like I get to see what people are doing that I haven't done, builds I don't have, or how people be fucking up, in my opinion. Be like, you should not have done that yet. So that's why that's a bit of a delight. So that's what's crackulating in that realm. But that's about.
I did watch one thing that I forgot. It was a YouTube thing.
Okay.
I watched Ryan Davis's comedy special that he put up on YouTube.
Okay. And I've been seeing that guy for years. How is that? How was it?
I actually enjoyed it. It was like 45, 48 minutes long or something like that.
Okay.
It was shot in black and white, which took a little getting used to for a minute. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Fuckers always trying to get a little too artistic for my taste. Like, chill out, bro. Just do the comedy. Put that shit in color. Chill out. How the fucking Dolphins get a Thursday night game?
This shit's like done in advance. 2 is fucking terrible. Like he can't throw. He just threw the worst interception. Like Dolphins. Ugh. Of course, though, I bet on the Falcons last week, and the fucking Dolphins beat them. It's just like the world makes no sense sometimes.
Topsy turvy. No, to pass on the 70-yard TD. Okay, we'll check that out. But that is what it is, people. Housekeeping, please tune in every Thursday, right around 8:30ish, going toward 9. That's when we start moving and grooving on this particular program. If you want to watch it live and get in the chat and contribute to the show that way, we're on Twitch and or YouTube, your choice. If you're on YouTube, do a solid, man. Give me a subscribe, give it that thumbs up. And if you can, comment a little something in the. And I'm not saying you got to write a sonnet. You can just give me an emoji. It's engagement, and it counts, and it makes more people see us. We've been slowly but surely stacking more subscribers box over these last few weeks. I'm not saying we're like whatever, because you know what the deal. But remember, 100 was the goal. We got to 100, and now we're almost at 150. We have 144, and we've gotten one each day this week. So that's been kind of
cool. Yeah. Welcome, people.
Yeah, for sure.
You get us to 500, I'll show a nipple.
And hey, man.
Now, it might not be my nipple, but you see a nipple.
Also, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit on YouTube. Rate, review, subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Apple Podcasts where you can review. Spotify, you can just give me the 5 stars. I'd appreciate if you did that for me. If you want to support us financially, you know what I'm saying? We have a Patreon. Please get on over there and consider tossing in over there as well. We got merch, tpublic.com/user/Krunchy and milk, all one word. Krunchy, of course, being spelled with a K. And feel free to give us a call, 216-264-6311. That's 216-264-6311. We'd certainly love to hear from you. That's the general the synopsis of this operation. Our missing man is the 216 zone. Tatum 216. Always show my man some love. That is the Right Reverend Lunchbox 2099. You know what it is. I am the Internet Terror 713. Don't make me push into traffic. We do it again next time. Peace.
What happened to your ass? It used to be beautiful.
Stays crunchy and milk.